Hello friends, today I am going to show you some IP subnetting and DHCP server configurations. As you can see here, this I have an IP address of 10.10.10.0, which is a class C IP address. So essentially, I have 255 IP addresses. I will break those IP addresses and allocate this IP address to each network and each PC. As you can see here, I have broken first 16 IP addresses. That is the IP address from 0 to 15 into groups of 4, that is 0 to 3, 4 to 7, 8 to 11, and 12 to 15. These will be my IP addresses for routers. So I have allocated 0 to 3 IP addresses here, and 0 to 2 IP address for this routing interface, and 4 to 7 IP address for this routing interface. If I want to connect a few more routers, I will use this 8 to 11 and 12 to 15 IP addresses which I have saved here. Now again, from 16 to now I've broken the IP addresses from 16 to 48 into two groups of 16 IP addresses. 16 IP addresses are for this whole network and 16 IP addresses are for this whole network. The IP address from 16 to 31 is for this network, whereas the IP address for 32 to 47 is for this network. As you can see here, the router configuration is already done. The left interface of this router is 10.10.10.1 with subnet mask of 30, which gives me 4 IP addresses. First IP address 10.10.10.0 is for a network IP address. 10.10.10.4 last IP address is used for broadcasting. Similarly, 10.10.10.5 is for network, and 10.10.4 is for network, and 10.10.7 is for broadcasting. Now, for here, this network has an IP address from 10.10.10.16 to 31. The 16 IP address I can use that it is used for network ID. So I'll use 17 for this router, 18 for this switch, and 19 for this server. Again, now I have 20 to 31 IP addresses left, which are 11 IP addresses. So I'll give this 11 IP address to this server, so it can add 11 computer, so that it can allocate this 11 IP address to 11 different computers. So I can connect here 11 different computers to this switch. I'll configure the DHCP server. The default gateway will be my server IP address, which is 10.10.17. DNS server is 9.9.9.9. I'll configure the default gateway will be my 10.10.10.10.17 with DNS server 9.9.9.9. My starting IP will be 10.10 and 720. So subnet mask will be 255-255-255-240. This will give me a total of 11. This will give me a total of 11 IP addresses. So I will have 11, maximum 11 users on this, maximum 11 computers connected to this switch. On the server, everything is fine. Similar configuration will be done on this server. Default gateway will be the IP address of this router, which is 10.10.10.33. Starting IP address will be 10.10.36, which will give me 11 users. And subnet mask will be 240. So I'll save this DNS server. I will on the DHCP server. The default gateway is similar with 33. So DHCP server is configured. I'll explain. Okay, I'll first of all explain this. This network has an The whole network has IP addresses allocated from 10.10.32 to 247.32 is the IP. 32 is reserved for network ID, and the last IP address, which is 47, is reserved for broadcasting. 33 is given to the router, 34 to the switch, 35 to the server, and remaining 36 to 47 are used for 36 to 47 are used for these PCs. So I can connect here 11 total of 11 PCs, as I have 11 IP addresses left. Now I'll get a dynamic IP address for my PC. So my dynamic IP address is my dynamic IP address is 10.10.10.20, which is allocated to me by the DHCP server. Now I'll again get an IP address for this computer. So the IP address allocated to me is 10.10.36. Now I'll ping this computer from this computer. I'll ping 10.10.10.36, 10.10.36. Sorry. The first request is timeout as the uh, packet. The switch has to identify where the computer router has to identify where the computer is actually situated. So the first packet is usually lost. I'll ping this switch, which has an IP address of 10.10.10.34. I'll ping the router. So router is correctly pinging. uh, switch does not ping because switch is concerned with MAC addresses. So pinging switch does not work. Switch does not reply to our ping requests.